I did 10 days of hot yoga, and I've got some information for you guys. Let's talk about it. Hot yoga, 26 and 2, Bikram, they call it Bikram yoga. Now, it's been around for decades. It's been around for so long. And I'm just discovering it. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? What do you guys do? All right, but wait. Let me tell you why I started it. Okay, I'm a kickboxer. I like to call myself a kickboxing king. I hurt myself kickboxing. And in hurting myself kickboxing, I kind of sat down for a minute. And sitting down for me is not good for the other things that I got to do. I got to exercise in order to keep my mind fresh for the things that I got to do. Weightlifting, cardio, all that stuff, right? But I had like this sciatic nerve problem. My toes were numb. I don't know what it came from. I think it was a hook, and I got issues is basically what it is. And with my issues that I thought that I got from kickboxing, I needed something that was gonna get me up, going, my cardio up. I needed something to help me get it going, you know? So someone suggested hot yoga to me, and I said, okay. I must have said okay so fast because I thought about it. I was like, you know, I'm not gonna be hopping around on my leg too much. I think it's really good for you also. This is what I heard. And it's hot, so it warms you up before you actually start doing the positions. And then when you're doing the positions, you're already warm, so your muscles should be able to do it. It made so much sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you, because I'm telling you what happened, okay? All right, so this yoga is the same every time. You either do it for an hour or an hour and a half. No problem. I was doing it for 10 days in a row because I bought a package. I'm not gonna say the number. There's a number of this package, all right? I paid this number. It wasn't crazy, but I paid this number. Now, what I heard when they said pay this and do 10 classes, I heard in a row. I said consecutively, they said yes. This is what I heard. So to me, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna pay you this money, this X dollar, right? And the way that I make this X dollar work for me is that I gotta come here 10 days in a row consecutively, no stops, no breaks. I heard the answer was yes. Yes, do that. So I did that. That's what I did because I was like, I want to get the most of my money. I do want to do it. I did it. All right. I found out today that although I bought 10 sessions, they didn't have to be in a row. I was way off. I was way off. So I've been getting up at 4 to be out the house be there by 6, right? And this is what I've been doing, right? All right, so first of all, when I just make it to class, because I'm usually a late person, when I just make it to the mat, to me, the work is already done. It's already done because I made it. They didn't kick me out of class like I've been kicked out of class before. They didn't, not yoga class, but other classes, that's another story. They didn't lock the doors on me. I wasn't so late that I couldn't go to class. And they must have told me like an early number because I got there right on the number. I thought you'd have to be there before the number, but I'd get there right at 6, pop 6. And that's with all my might, by the way. I'm getting there so hard. Oh my goodness, getting there, all right? So when you make it to the mat, it starts with the breathing exercise, and there's a couple things that you do that are very, very uncomfortable positions. But this is what I've learned. When you do them, you get better. It is not easy, these positions. And then there's a balancing part that my assistant, Jalicia, she said, first of all, I hate that she was right. But she was like, Doc, you need balance in your life. I was like, how can you tell me that I need balance in my life? And she was right. She's right. Yeah, I do need balance in my life. I do too much of this, too much of that, maybe too little of this, and then I come back to the thing that I do too little of. too little of, and then I do it way too much. Okay, so yes, I'm working on balance. But in yoga, it seems as though my work on balance is still a work in progress because my balance is not that great in yoga. And there's a thing where you have to stand on one foot and you have one foot in your hand and you stretch out your arms and then you put your head to your knee. I can't do that. I cannot do that. But you know what? I will be able to. You know why? Because I'm going to keep stabbing at it. So here are the health benefits of hot yoga, okay? So the heat in and of itself, it helps increase your heart rate, right? So now you're not moving around too much, but your heart is beating really fast and that helps with circulation. It may also have some of the same effects as using the sauna because the heat stimulates your heat shock proteins, which also help with your immune system. Cardiovascular health, which is crucial. Okay, it also releases endorphins, so it helps reduce stress. The heat and the stretches that you do help make you more limber so that you can actually help resist injury in other sports. And just by the fact that it reduces stress, stress in and of itself can make your body inflamed, which can cause chronic inflammation, which breeds viruses and bacteria very easily. So it reduces all of that, so you just live a healthier life. ISO Yoga is owned by an NBA legend named Joe Johnson. And he doesn't teach the class, but a couple of the mornings he was in the class, I didn't recognize him. He's really tall, but to me, he was built like a football player, okay? And there's a bunch of young kings that came to class, and they were obviously with him. He was mentoring them, obviously. And they got so much out of the class. I just loved the love that Joe was giving to everyone. Well, to his mentees, it seemed like, right? And anyway, Joe's place is amazing. I met him, I said hello, but I didn't know who he was at the time. Somebody told me about him, okay? But he's a legend, right? And he is really giving Atlanta a beautiful yoga, hot Bikram 26-2 studio. He's giving it to you. So kudos to Mr. Johnson, because it's an awesome place. But honestly, I took some pictures of my mat after I was done, and it was just a wet spot, basically, a blob of wet spot. And I promise you that I left it on the mat. And all the things that I struggled with and all the things that were running in my mind, all the parts that made me uncomfortable, and I just had to work through the uncomfortable feeling, it seemed very much like life. It seemed like I'm not missing a beat here. I'm just doing life physically here and now on the mat against the floor. And I'm saying, okay, we're really here. And there are some positions that are so uncomfortable that I just want to break. But I don't, for some reason. I don't stop. I don't know why I stop. The one thing that my balance is terrible. So everyone is just standing straight up like this. And it's like, oh, it feels like 100 people in there sometimes, but sometimes it's just like 10, 20. I think the most I had in was maybe 30, 40 people in the class, maybe, right? But everybody, and I mean everybody, is standing just like this. And this is me. This is me right here. Everybody? Me. Okay? And all I know is that I was really working at it. Okay? I was really trying to balance and be still like a tree, just like everybody else. Like I wanted to be part of the forest. No. But all it means is that I know that there's things that I need to work on. So I'm going to keep working on it. Tomorrow is my last day of the 10-day package, no problem. And I'm going to join that institution, that club right there. I'm going to join it because I'm going to do more yoga because of all the benefits. Now, the hot yoga, it's maybe 108 degrees in there. The hot yoga is kind of like a sauna. So you are getting the benefits of the heat, where you're going to get the heat shock proteins, you're going to get your endorphins release. It definitely gives you feel-good molecules in your body. Absolutely, right? And it seems like everyone there is really just I don't know, they just seem really cool. They seem like they're in tune with their body's needs. And that's really what this is. This, to me, hot yoga is an adjunct to kickboxing or any sport or any part of life. If you sit down a lot, if you have to get up a lot, if you're a bus driver, if you're whatever, traffic worker, if you're a cop, if you do hot yoga, I believe that because of the stretching that's involved with the heat and the different balancing, that you will get balance in your life. And then when you go do something like kickbox or lift weights or do whatever sport that you're into, any active sport, I think that it really helps support you in that, right? And you feel good. I feel great. I've been feeling great of late. I did have some allergies, and I have a quick update on my allergies. I feel better. I feel way better. Everything's fine, okay? Everything can breathe, all right? I just want to thank you. Thank you for all you guys that were worried about me with the allergies. Thank you so much, all right? So anyway, this yoga was made by this man, an Indian person named Bikram. Now, if you don't know, you're going to know now that there was something that happened. There was something that happened with Bikram, right? I wasn't there, and I don't know this, but I do know that people don't mess with Bikram anymore. They don't mess with him anymore. They got the practice, they do the thing, they do the hot yoga, but they don't say his name much anymore. I'm like, why? What did he do? Well, apparently, you know what? I'm just going to let him tell you, okay? I'm going to let him tell you.
Why I have to harass women? People pay $1 million for one drop of my sperm. I can make $1 million a day, every drop. You are that idiot or dumb to believe those trash.
The women are the trash?
Yeah. I pick them from trash and give them life.
All right. So anyway, that's what he said. And nobody messes with him anymore, but they take his theory and run with it everywhere around the world. Everywhere. And I didn't really know that about the whole thing. It was kind of interesting to me that this is what the developer of this particular practice did or went through or put people through. But everybody's got their own choices. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he assaulted anyone, but he may have misled some people into love. Maybe, right? But shame on him, and thank you for this practice that I've been doing. And wow, I feel so much better. And so that's it. So I just wanted to let you guys know that hot yoga is a cool thing. All right? I said hot is cool. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Hot yoga could help you get through some things. It could help you identify where you need work and need to put the work in. You can liken that to your life and put that work in and get better. Because all we're really trying to do is get 1% better every day. It's called Kaizen. It's a Japanese thing. It's just improving 1%. And if you improve 1% every day, what? If you improve 1% every day, I think you improve something like 36% over an entire year. Okay? Those numbers are outstanding. So, if you do something, if you have something that you want to do, what keeps you on whatever it is that you want is your desire to do it, is your purpose. Is it your purpose? What is your purpose? And of all the books that I've been reading, from Think and Grow Rich to Tony Robbins books and, oh my goodness, my favorite one, Reality Transurfing, all of them say you need to define, have your purpose. Even this other book called The Way of the Superior Man by David Dita. That's an incredible book, incredible book. But all of those books say you need to have a purpose. That's right. So with your purpose, with whatever it is that you say you're going to do, you're going to find yourself more able to fight through the hard things, because it doesn't matter that they're hard. You got to do them anyway because you're going somewhere. So whatever the difficulty is, you just get into the position, you get into the zone, and you bear down and you do it. It doesn't take forever, but then when it's done, you've done it. You should have gained some knowledge or some experience from what you had to do, and it brings you closer to realizing your purpose. Just do it. Nothing wrong with it. Just do it. That's really all I want to say about that. That's all I wanted to say, all right? Please like and subscribe. Please send this video to any loved ones or friends, or any of my other videos on health and wellness to your friends and loved ones. I also have a health benefits guide in the description below. Please pick that up for free. I want you to have it, because I think it will help you optimize your life so that you can find what you are looking for. Guys, thanks so much for watching. And we're going to talk about a couple other little things a little bit later.